How are you doing, everybody? Okay, today we'll see about paraphilias. So, what's paraphilia? Paraphilia is it's a combination of two words, para and philias. Para means around, and philias means love. So, around love. It is one type of sexual disorders. Let us see the scientific definition of paraphilias. So, paraphilias involves sexual arousal in response to unusual stimuli such as children, non-consenting or resistant person, non-human objects, or pain and humiliation or dignity. So, simply, the word paraphilia is an intense and persistent sexual interest, which is not sexual interest within genital stimulation. That means other than genital organ, their stimulation or their arousal or their excitement is other than genital organ or preparatory fondling with phenotypically normal, physiologically mature, or consenting human partners. That means it is not within phenotypically normal person or physiologically mature person or consenting human partners other than that. So we call it paraphilias. It is an usual stimulus. So these types of disorder is diagnosed or identified when sexual fantasy or happiness urges behavior cause significant distress or interfere with personality to function in everyday life. That means when it interferes with daily activity, especially ADL, activity of daily living, we can diagnose these paraphilia types of sexual disorders. Let us see some common paraphilias disorder. The first one is fetishism. Fetishism is when sexual arousal is caused by an inanimate object. Sexual arousal or sexual interest or sexual excitement is caused by non-living object or inanimate object. We call it fetishism. Example, high-heeled shoes, silk, rubber, or leather. When the person is excited or aroused with those objects like with high-heeled shoes or silk, we can say fetishism. The other one is the other types of paraphilias is partialism, which is related to fetishism. But the main difference is fetishism is focused on non-living things like that of high-heeled shoes, silk, rubber, and the like. But partialism is mainly focused on body parts other than sexual organ, like exaggerated sexual arousal to particular body part. Example, feet, buttocks, breast, and the likes. For example, there are different common types of partialism there. For example, the person who loves food, we call it food fetish or phobophilia. The person who loves the other eye, we call it eye fetish or ocophilia. Or the person who loves the back or dorsum, we call it dorsum fetish or retrophilia. Who loves the breast, we call it breast fetish or masophilia. Who loves the nose of other person, we call it nose fetish or nosophilia. Which loves the hair of other person, we call it trocophilia or hair fetish. Chairphilia, which loves the hand. Chlorophilia, leg fetish. Orisophilia, which loves the lip fetish. These all are, we call it partialism or partialism. It is a type of paraphilia. The other one is transvestism. Transvestism is when the person repeatedly cross-dress for sexual arousal or wearing clothes associated with the opposite for sex for the sake of sexual arousal, for the interest of, for the excitement of sex or the need for sex. They can what? Repeatedly dresses or cross dresses the opposite. That means, but this transvestism is always practiced by male. So most of the time they can what? They can dresses the female dress. So we call it cross dresses. So cross dress means it is people who dress in clothing traditionally or stereotypically worn by other sex, but who generally have no intent to live full time as the other gender. We call it cross dressing, cross-dressing. So it is most of the time it keeps us a secret, which is always practiced by male. Both guy and heterosexual males report transvestism type of paraphilias. You can see the picture of transvestism as you see on the pictures. It's, the gender of this person is male and it crosses, he cross what? The opposite sex dressing. So these types of paraphilias is called transvestism. The other one is exhibitionism, which is persistent, powerful urges and sexual fantasy involving exposing one's genital to unsuspecting stranger for sexual arousal of oneself. So most of the time it begins with what? Age of 13 to 60s are not physically treat. That means can not cause treat or physical treat to the person. You can see on the picture exhibitionism. The females observe the male's genital organ. So this is one type of paraphilias. The other one is frotteurism, which is characterized by rubbing against or touching a non-consenting person, especially in the overcrowding place, like on the buses or cars, subways, elevators, and the like. It is characterized by frotteurism, reported by almost always male. Many women do not realize it as occurred. They didn't aware about this problem, so it is mostly practiced by male. You can see on these pictures, this type is frotteurism, or you can see on in the buses overcrowding. So this is one type of frotteurism. So this is all about paraphilias. Thank you.